Welcome to the Lexy Show, Fashion That Gives a Damn, where we expose fast fashion and celebrate the brands and products actually making a difference for our planet. I'm Lexi Silverstein, and today I'm talking with Candice Ray, known on social media for Thrive with Candice. She's an expert in holistic health and wellness. If you're new here, head to lexisilverstein.com for information on sustainable fashion and eco-conscious living. And if you love what you hear, subscribe and share this episode. It helps more than you think. Candice, welcome. So you've created such a powerful space for holistic health and wellness. Can you share a bit about what led you to start this journey?
Yeah. So when I was younger, when I was in high school, I struggled quite a bit with gut health and hormonal issues. It was never anything that was like diagnosed, but a lot of it was caused from stress. And that's when I started researching a little bit more about health. I started researching more about nutrition and being active and getting good sleep. And that sort of led me down the rabbit hole of holistic living, non-toxic living, just living more as a quote unquote crunchy girl. And then once I graduated high school, I was really interested specifically in nutrition. So I'm currently finishing up the last year of my university degree to become a registered dietitian. I'm completing internships right now and also doing content creation on the side, sharing all of my like holistic health tips. Yeah.
I love that. I think that's
Yeah.
something that I myself need to get more into. I fear I don't think I have good gut health, but
Oh.
I don't know where to start. Where do you recommend, or like, what was your approach, or now that you have gone through this journey, how do you
hmm
think it best to suggest to other people?
Yeah. No, I totally understand what you're saying because especially now with social media, it seems so complicated. It seems like you have to do a million things, spend $1 million, buy a whole bunch of supplements and gadgets and products. But truly, I think a lot of gut health stems from stress. At least that was the case for me. And then just consuming real whole foods,
Mm.
consuming lots of probiotic rich foods. I always talk about like sauerkraut, and you can eat kimchi or kefir. There's so many options, and good sleep too. Like it's truly the foundations of our health that
Yeah.
I think are the most important rather than this like little, I don't know, this little supplement that you can buy that costs you like $80. It probably won't do anything if you're super stressed and not sleeping.
Yeah. Okay, literally that is, I'll always see, which as a whole other thing, but like on TikTok shop where people are like, take
Um,
this
yeah,
supplement to fix your gut health. And I'm like, I don't believe you. Like, I need someone that, I mean,
yeah,
maybe it does. I have no idea, but I'm just like,
yeah.
I mean, we're constantly being sold things. And I'm just
hmm
like, what do I believe?
Yeah.
And then I'll see people also post where there was someone who was doing this like whole cleanse where they cut out all of these things to fix their gut health. And I was like, that is so amazing. I just don't think that's something that is sustainable for me because I don't think I'd be able to keep it up. And
hmm
so I'm just like, I want to do it, but I want to make it more
Yeah.
fit for my lifestyle.
hmm Yeah, because what's the point if it's going to cause you even more stress and you
Yeah.
just aggravate your symptoms?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Your platform is all about thriving mindfully, and I talk a lot about fashion. So, how does this holistic approach translate to the world of fashion and the choices we make as consumers?
I think I sprinkle a little bit of consuming less, under consumption. At one point, it was a trend on TikTok and Instagram, but just truly using less products, buying less things, and that can come to clothing, but it can also go to like supplements and gadgets and yeah, just living more simply, buying less, and that just will automatically reduce your daily toxin exposure. That will automatically reduce your stress. And I don't want to say it'll make you healthier, but it will simplify a lot of things because we're always looking to, okay, what's the new supplement I can buy? What's like the extra skincare product I can add to my 15-step skincare routine? What's the new hair care product I can buy? But truly, I think that minimizing what we already have and what we're already using is more important. Yeah.
Yeah. That's something that like I feel like I got advice about in the beginning of my sustainability journey where it was like, or I guess something maybe I also just had to learn where just because the things in my shower or whatever are like in like my shampoo and conditioner in a plastic
Mhm.
bottle doesn't mean that I should just throw that out because it's unsustainable. If anything, let me use all of that. And then once I finish it or whatever, then start buying the more sustainable products
Yeah, yeah,
rather than just like switching everything and just consuming more in order to do
yeah.
be
Totally agree.
quote unquote sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
I think that slowing down, consuming less, really thinking about the things that you are purchasing and looking up and like doing
Mm-hmm.
research about where you're buying them from
Yeah, yeah.
is so important.
It makes the approach less overwhelming as well. Just go through what you already have, and then once it's all empty, once you're done, then that's when you can start looking at a new product to replace it rather than buying it all at once and
Yeah.
having a million products at your house.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
like it really just defeats the purpose. I think that's the thing with if you look at your closet and you want to be more sustainable, then you go through it and you like throw out all the things that are from fast fashion companies. Please don't ever throw out your clothes, I beg you. But rather than doing that, like I still have pieces that are from fast fashion sites that I bought when I was
Mm-hmm.
in like middle school or high school, and not so much middle school, high school. I'm like, I don't think I would fit in anything
Yeah.
that I bought in middle school. But I think like it's even though it sucks that it's from that site, it's still something that I've managed to keep a high quality. It's something
Mm-hmm.
that I still wear constantly. And
Yeah.
it's even though it's Forever 21 or some brand like that,
Yeah.
doesn't mean I should just get rid of it because it is Forever 21.
Yeah.
Even though another thing that I feel like I've been trying to implement more in my life is looking at the material makeup thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
sometimes obviously things like that
Yeah.
are not going to be the best of materials, but don't just throw it out because it's fast fashion. If it's something that you've kept for a long time and you are going to keep wearing,
Mm-hmm.
then it's okay to keep. And I think that's important to know. Or even when I started my sustainability journey and I would go to the thrift store, I would just be buying stuff because I was like, oh, it's secondhand and it's 1.99.
Yeah.
Might as well buy it.
Yeah.
And then I would go on this cycle of buying something and then just taking it back to the thrift store because I didn't end up wearing it. And so
Mm-hmm.
like really thinking like when I'm at the thrift store, which is often, I will very oftentimes though leave without anything. There's like a TikTok audio that's from a movie Almost Famous, but it's like you go to the record store and you hang with your friends or whatever. And that's how
Yeah.
I feel when I'm at the thrift store. I'm like, these clothes, they're my close personal friends. So I'll go to the thrift store or whatever, but I'll really think through the purchases that I make. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
unless I'm gonna come back and be like, I should have freaking gotten that. That's such a cool piece. Then I'm most likely
Mm-hmm.
not gonna buy it.
Yeah. And it's hard to make that not that realization, but it's hard to think that and to have that approach because it's so normalized in people around us or on social media to, go shopping every single week and buy multiple new pieces of clothing every single week, whether it's at the thrift stores or online or whatever. It's
Mhm.
become so normalized. So it's hard to accept, that's not the right word, but be okay with entering like a thrift store and not buying and coming out with nothing.
Yeah, no, completely. I think there's so many trends and micro trends and just like
Mm-hmm.
everything is an ad. Like I can't even, I'm really mad about it actually, but like my Pinterest, which was my favorite app ever, is like ad central and it drives
Mm-hmm.
me freaking insane.
Yeah.
And I'm just
TikTok
like,
is like that too
yeah,
now.
TikTok is,
Yeah.
I can't scroll on a regular old video without it being like a gut health supplement thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, what happened to just regular videos? Like, why does everything need to be selling me
Mm-hmm.
something? And it's hard, even as someone that is sustainable and like cares about sustainability and practices this act of not just buying things. Like, after I see an ad enough times, I'm like, shit, I believe it. I'm like, oh my God, should I get
Yeah.
this? And
That's what it's trying to do.
yeah, and that's literally like the point of it. And so I'm like, I really just think slowing down, things are so convenient. Like we're really being pushed to be able to order something on Amazon and get it the next day or buy like a $2 shirt off of Shein or whatever. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like things shouldn't necessarily be that convenient. Like it's okay to have to
Mm-hmm.
wait
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
a
I
week.
heard someone say once that buying a supplement, because you were talking about TikTok Shop earlier,
Yeah.
that buying a supplement off of TikTok Shop is if you were buying a supplement off of Shein, usually the quality is really bad. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Literally. I'm just like, unless I'm not shitting on supplements. I'm sure there are great supplements out there.
Oh yeah.
It's more just like I keep getting these ads of these supplements, and I'm just
Hmm.
like, oh, I looked up one TikTok once, and now my
Yeah.
entire For You page is
Yeah.
trying to sell me something related
Yeah.
to this, and I think
Yeah.
it's just crazy. So
Yeah.
slowing down, realizing that it's good to have convenience, but it doesn't need to be necessarily that convenient. Doing your research, and after you've done all of that, if you still really want the piece, whether it's a clothing item or a supplement or whatever it might be, then purchasing it. And another
Hmm.
thing I've been like really big on too is I want real people, not that the people promoting it aren't real, but I want people in my life or whatever else to be able to like back something up before I buy something. So that's something like I feel like a big one that I've been seeing is a vibration plate. And my mother was a health reporter, and she was always not like a granola mom because she's very crazy and stylish and all these things. Not that granola moms can't be, but we would always take like a supplement instead of a regular like over-the-counter medicine thing in order to try to feel
Hmm.
better. Or like we were like an ingredients household in my brain. Apparently we're not. Apparently we were a snacks household. I just think that I lived with a boy who ate all of the snacks before I got to them. But so she had things like that. Like we had one of those like tables that flip you upside down or whatever to
Oh
like
my
help
gosh.
with, I don't know what it's called.
Like lymphatic drainage or
Yeah.
circulation.
Yeah. And then she like has a vibration plate and she has, anyways, so there's like all these things that I grew up having because she was really into health and whatever and looking at things in that kind of way. And anyways, I had enough people in my life that told me, and maybe you like don't, maybe you're like vibration plates are silly. I have no idea. Maybe some of the listeners are like vibration plates are silly, but I had three people in my life who were like, I really like this vibration plate. And so I was like, okay, now that I have actual people in my life who've had it for years and not just because it's like trending on TikTok saying that they liked it, now I will purchase it. I have no idea if it's actually helping, but I do in fact enjoy my vibration plate
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot.
I definitely don't doubt that it's effective and that it works, but I guess what I try and promote on my page is that you don't need it. It's not
Yeah.
something that you need, it's a want. And I posted a de-influencing video not too long ago where the vibration was in the video. The
Yeah.
vibration plate was in the video. And I was saying you can just go outside on a walk or do jumping
Yeah.
jacks or something and get the same
Literally.
benefit. And people in the comments I think there was like a misunderstanding and some people in the comments were commenting like the website to like a study or like a scientific like article that was proving that the benefits of the vibration plate were actually real. And that's not what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that this is not something that you need. It comes at a
Yeah.
certain cost, but you don't need it. There's a low cost or zero cost alternative most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think that is important. I think the vibration plate is like the one thing that I was like, okay, I feel like I've fallen for something silly. But I don't know.
But I'm sure it's fun. Like, yeah,
I think it's fun. Like I
yeah.
just really enjoy it and I like it's 10 minutes and it gets me
Mhm.
to stand still. I guess technically I'm on a vibration plate so I'm not like still, but whatever. But it gets me to like lock in for 10 minutes and just like
Mhm.
focus on a little bit of my like health or whatever and
Mhm.
I find it relaxing. But I completely agree and I do think it's something that I'm just like I feel like I fell for marketing. But I'm
Mhm.
sure there's benefits to it, but also what you're saying is it was a want, not a need.
Mhm.
There's definitely ways to go about obtaining the same results that I don't need the vibration plate for. And I
Yeah.
think that there's so many things out there that we're seeing right now about things like that. And I do think like the de-influencing is so beneficial. I think it's so smart.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Um,
having fun with it.
if you were to buy a product or something like that, are there sustainable brands that you love that fit seamlessly into a holistic lifestyle?
Yeah. I'm definitely thinking of one for clothing. Otherwise, for products, to be honest, I make a lot of products myself. So there's not one specific brand I go to, maybe one. But yeah, for clothing, I love Pact. on Instagram. Their handle is Wear Packed. Most everything they have is, I would say, 95% natural fiber. Usually it's organic cotton. And yeah, I'm really liking their pieces. I'm slowly switching over, like we were saying earlier, like buying less fast fashion and buying like less but higher quality pieces. To be honest, I'm still struggling with workout pieces, activewear. It's really hard. Most of it obviously is polyester for because you're sweating and it's like wrinkle free and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, slowly switching over. And then I'm thinking of one skincare, like self-care brand that I really like, Primally Pure, but they're mostly, yeah, like skincare products. They have a few home products, but yeah, all their ingredients are completely natural. They grow mostly all of their ingredients on their farm. It's all organic. Yeah,
I love
yeah,
that. That is
yeah.
amazing. I'll check those out. I agree. I feel like I have a hard time finding athleisure wear that is
Mm.
not polyester or nylon or anything like that.
Cotton feels really nice on the skin when you're working out. At least I find it's not fitting. Like it
Mhm.
doesn't, everything's very loose,
Yeah.
which isn't a problem. But sometimes when you're like sweating and you're working out, it's not the most comfortable, but
Yeah.
I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
Yeah. I think that one of the big things with athleisure wear is there's like what I think it's called like wicking or something where
Yeah.
because you're like sweating and whatever, it will repel the sweat so it doesn't seep into the clothes. But I'm like, I got a washing machine.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
fine. Like I'm fine if it's cotton. Honestly, what I've been doing, I just wear like a t-shirt that I got from wherever made out of cotton.
Hmm.
And then the big thing has been like the bottoms. I don't know how to get
Yeah.
things that are
Yeah.
not.
Pact has a organic cotton legging. They sell organic cotton leggings. I will say they're a little bit thicker, but they're very
Okay.
comfortable. And otherwise, I'll just wear like cotton shorts.
Yeah.
They're almost so PJ shorts, but they're very
Yeah.
comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Alternatives. I think that is something that I feel like is it really a big deal if we are just wearing like a t-shirt and stuff?
Mhm.
No shade to the matching sets. I'm sure they're,
Mhm.
but is it a need or is it a want? Like
Yeah.
de-influencing again.
Yes, exactly.
So one of those
Yeah.
videos that you have for the de-influencing is where you make homemade non-toxic deodorant. I know you were talking about how some of the things you do or shop or whatever you make. I think that's
Yeah.
so great. Deodorant containers create a lot of plastic waste. There's these things that we just don't always think about that create waste. So where did that idea come from?
I think the initial idea was just creating or having a product that one works, two is non-toxic, and
Mhm.
three is cheap to make. And I think
Mhm.
when you combine all these things together, it's automatically more sustainable. So that's what I was trying to do. I love using the Primarily Pure deodorant. I know that it can be a little bit on the pricier side, so a good alternative is making that deodorant. You just need like a spray bottle, reuse one that you already have. And then there's like magnesium, water. I think there's some apple cider vinegar in there. It's very cheap to make, and the ingredients are all natural, and it's really effective.
Love. What
Yeah.
other things have you learned to make?
Oh my gosh, I make my own leave-in curl cream. I have curly
Ah,
hair, so I make my own leave-in curl cream with flax seeds. It's just
wow.
flaxseed gel. Yeah. Let's see. I go back and forth between I buy a shampoo and conditioner, but sometimes I'll use an apple cider vinegar rinse instead of the conditioner.
Mm.
Works really well to make your hair very soft. What else? Oh, I make my own mouthwash with cloves and cinnamon sticks.
This is incredible. I need to
Yeah.
start doing this.
I know you can find videos to make everything. I see
Yeah.
people make their own toothpaste, their own body wash. I want to try and make my own body lotion. I think that's relatively easy and really cost effective. But yeah, there's always going to be a low cost alternative that I think is automatically non toxic and sustainable to whatever you find on the market. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's so cool. I think it's honestly like fun to
Hmm.
make those things. I remember with some of my friends, we did like a candle making thing
Yeah.
for our apartment, and it was so much fun. And if you did that with like your friends, but you made mouthwash or deodorant or
Hmm.
whatever, like it's a way of making sustainability like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think that's always like a big thing is like sustainability has to be expensive.
Hmm.
And I think that's a big misconception because I think that obviously, yes, if you're buying
Yeah.
from a sustainable brand, then like everyone in that supply chain got paid correctly and is working in ethical conditions and all
Yeah.
that jazz.
Yeah.
So it's going to make the piece more expensive, but you're investing in quality. But a lot of the things that are sustainable actually aren't expensive. And so I think breaking that misconception, not
Bunking the
trying,
myth.
but thank you. Yeah. But like showing people that there are ways to be affordable. Some of the things that you named are just things that like I have in my fridge right now. So
Hmm.
if I already have it, might as well use it to make these other things. And then I can
Yeah.
do 8 things with this bottle of apple cider vinegar that I have.
Yeah. One that's really worth making also is homemade laundry detergent and dishwasher detergent, like in powder form. You get like
Mhm.
a big box of baking soda. The ingredients are like baking soda, there's washing soda, Epsom salt, like these low cost ingredients, and you can make like huge jars of them that will
Yeah.
last you like a year, 2 years. Again, completely natural, completely sustainable. I also make my own dish soap, same thing, low cost. You can make your own like scalp serums with a couple different oils that'll be really moisturizing and nourishing. I also make my own roll-on perfume with the same thing in oil and just a few drops of essential oil. There's so many videos on social media
Yeah.
that you can easily find some sustainable recipes.
Okay, you've really inspired me. There's so many things that I hate making the same stupid purchase of. And like one of the first switches I made in like my home was paper towels. I was just like,
Mm,
oh my
yeah.
God, like this seems so stupid to me that I'm literally buying something that is made to be thrown out. I thought that was so dumb. And so I switched over to rags. And then I have a paper towel roll of like somewhat cuter
Mm,
rags or whatever for like my
yeah.
actual paper towels. But then
Yeah.
half the other stuff I use is just like regular rags that I've just had forever.
Yeah.
And it genuinely it saves me money. I made the one-time purchase of a few cutesy little reusable paper towel rolls or whatever. And
Hmm.
then I never have to buy paper towels ever again. Like sign
Yeah.
me up.
Yeah.
And okay, I hate doing the laundry. I hate it. I literally despise it. But it's like my boyfriend like cooks and cleans the kitchen, and so then I do the laundry and clean the rest of the apartment. And so doing the laundry pisses me off, and every single time the stupid little laundry detergent that I buy runs out, I actually want to scream because it pisses me off for some reason because I'm already sick of doing laundry and now I have to go out and buy something for my laundry. And so
Hmm.
I'm just gonna make a whole thing and
Yeah.
have it for a
So
year.
that you make it once and it'll last you a full year.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
I feel about there's a dry shampoo that I use from Lush and it's like a powder dry shampoo. Every single time I go and buy it, I'm like, I feel like I could make this. What is this? Like I have
Yeah.
to look it up.
Yeah.
I'm
But
like,
you totally can. I've seen so many videos. I have really dry hair, so I don't need dry shampoo, but I've seen so many
really
other
great hair.
creators. Oh no. But I've seen other creators make it. I think it's like arrowroot powder. If you have darker hair, you would add a little bit of cacao powder and just one other powder ingredient. It's super simple.
Okay, literally
Yeah.
everything in my kitchen that I'm looking at, I'm gonna find another way to. This has
Yeah.
really inspired me. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I really want to do this. I want to make
Hmm.
some of these changes. I think that's so interesting. I think it's good for you, good for the
Hmm.
planet, and then literally a cheaper option. Like, why the heck not?
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
company even for toilet paper. Who gives a crap?
It's
Cute
a funny
name.
name.
Yeah. So you can buy 48 rolls of 100% recycled toilet paper for $68. Expensive
Wow.
one-time
Yeah.
purchase. I know. But I think their whole thing on social media is you can buy 48 rolls and then it'll renew. And so if you're buying for 5 to 6 people, it says to renew every 2 months. If you're buying for 3 to 4 people, it says to renew every 3 months. And then if you're buying for 1 to 2 people, you renew every 4 months.
Okay.
And I'm like, I feel like that's so
Mhm.
convenient. I remember like one of their videos or something where they were like, no, like these literally last us all year and it's 100% recycled toilet paper. And then if you're on a subscription, it makes it easy because like then you don't have to go to the store and buy where the only option is like a less sustainable toilet paper and it just comes to you and it's sustainable. And I think that is so great.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, I see a lot of people use a bidet and loving a bidet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I got
Hmm.
sent one of those, but I saw a post on social media where someone set it up themselves and it apparently ruined all of the water system in their apartment. And now I've been scared to do it. But I low-key think that I can just
Uh,
get someone
yeah.
to set it up.
Or ask someone who's good with
Yeah,
plumbing or whatever.
it's not me.
No, I don't know. I wouldn't know either. I would have to ask someone else.
Yeah, literally.
I'm thinking of the dry shampoo again. I like the traditional, like the generic, like Batiste. I think that's the brand dry shampoo. I have a few friends who have the spray dry shampoo. That thing smells like just automatically gives me a headache. I don't know. I don't understand how it's even legal to sell. It's
Also, that one, before I was making more sustainable swaps, I used to use that one and it would literally run out in, okay, to be fair, I use a lot of dry shampoo, so maybe I was just using it excessively,
yeah.
but it would not last me very long. And then I was just constantly buying new bottles of this stupid thing. And the Lush one, like, lasts me like months on end. I
Hmm.
think one of my friends said that it lasted her an entire year. They recently just changed the bottle, so
Oh,
I think it's like a little bit smaller than it was before.
that's
Not
annoying.
quite as long as the other one has,
Yeah.
but still it's made like it's none of it's plastic. Like when you're done with it, you
Hmm.
can just recycle it. It's a
Hmm.
powder, it's not like an aerosol thing, but I
Yeah.
just feel like I can make it myself. So
Yeah. You can reuse like a spice jar, like an old spice jar, and then put it
yeah.
in there. But
Wait,
if
I'm
you,
obsessed with that.
yeah, Primarily Pure sells one. So I would just go to their page, check out their dry shampoo, and you can see the list of ingredients and
Okay,
just put
love.
everything into the space container.
Okay, you're so smart.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God, I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
Ah, I hope
Yeah.
everyone listening gets as inspired as I am right now.
It's amazing.
So you offer these resources to people, 50 non-toxic product swaps, 45 habits to for happy hormones, 3 easy non-toxic DIY swaps, and top 3 non-toxic swaps. Why are these so important for you to share with people?
Just because they're just accessible, simple swaps that you can make. I have to be honest, I have to go back and edit those. I think I made them like over a year ago, so they're due for an update. But like when you think 200 years ago, people were they were finding solutions to make their own products for everything at home, for cleaning, skincare, whatever it was, like with ingredients they had in their home.
Mm.
And it's good to have the option to be able to buy those products already pre-made like on the market. It's convenient, like you were saying before, but there's always going to be a cheaper, more simple way, in my opinion, to make it at home. And so I really wanted to share a couple options with people that will also benefit their health because you're reducing your daily toxin exposure. Yeah, that was the whole point.
Yeah, I love that. I think
Yeah.
that as we were talking in the beginning, there's so much out there. Be able to have a list of resources makes it easier for someone, makes them more encouraged to do it, and
Mm-hmm.
just is really helpful and amazing.
Yeah, yeah. And I know a lot of people don't have time. They have kids or they're solo parenting, that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
It's hard to set out the time to go and make each product and find the recipes online and whatever. But even without doing any of that, just simply using less products, like simply using less skincare products, less hair care, less random cleaning products, just using less will already be so much better for the environment and for your health. So you don't have to set out like, I don't know, a full day in the week to make all of these new products, just simply using less and minimizing what we're using.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I feel like we've hit a lot of good tips, but I do always like to end my podcast on what are your top rapid fire tips for someone who is looking to be more sustainable?
I think use less would be one of them. Use less products in any category, whether it's cleaning, skincare, hair care, kitchen items, whatever it is. Just use less and get creative with what you already have. It's going to save you money. It's better for your health, better for the environment. Just use less. Yeah.
Yeah,
Keep it
I
simple.
love it. I completely agree.
Yeah.
I think that is so important. That's something that I like looking at my closet. Everyone in my life would probably disagree with me on this, but I feel like I have gotten rid of a lot of stuff in a
Mm.
sustainable way. Never throw out your clothes. And my closet's like the emptiest it's ever been, which it's
And
still
isn't so much
very
nicer,
full,
like
but it is,
less stressful?
yeah. And I like, again, I'm saying this and it's still a very full closet, but it's probably the least I've ever had it. That's
Hmm.
saying a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just like less stressful. I feel like I have been saying so much to like my mom whenever I call her about stuff I'm like buying or whatever, is I'll be like, I either want it to be a piece that I'm gonna have forever because it's so unique and so interesting and I've invested in it and it's just like amazing, or I want it to be the most basic of basics that I'll keep it forever because it's such a good classic basic and I don't want any in between. I don't want anything that I'm gonna think about later and be like, I want to get rid of
Mm-hmm.
this. I want the pieces in my closet to go to my kids, go to their kids. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I want it to constantly be
Yeah.
kept and taken care of.
Yeah.
And because of that, I've been like so specific about what I
Hmm.
buy and just consuming less and less.
And it's so much less stressful and less overwhelming. I swear, when you open a closet and all your hangers are like packed together, there's so much stuff and you gotta dig through it to find stuff. It's like the clutter is stressful, but then when you open your closet and there's just like your few staple pieces, it's not about having to decide on what to wear. It's more so about seeing it and seeing like no clutter. I don't know. For me, it's way less stressful.
Yeah, I think like lately, I know my closet really well, where like not gonna find a random piece and be like, oh, I didn't know that was there. Like I know everything that's in my closet, and then because of that, I just find new ways of styling what I already have, and it makes dressing up so much more fun.
Yeah.
So getting creative with it.
Yeah.
Anyways, where can everyone find you on social media or anywhere else?
Yeah. So I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts for now. I'll post YouTube long format soon, but it's all at Thrive with Candice. Just Instagram has two E's at the end because the username was already taken.
Ugh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Everyone, go check her out, learn about all of this amazing holistic approaches on things. I know that I've been
Hmm.
inspired. That's it for this week's episode of the Lexi Show Fashion That Gives a Damn. Big thanks to Candice for showing us how to live intentionally and integrate wellness and sustainability into our daily lives. Whether it's wellness, fashion, or everyday products, this is how sustainability should work. If this conversation resonated with you, subscribe so you don't miss an episode, leave a review, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Head to LexySilverstein.com for more content on sustainable style and conscious consumption, and follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Lexy Silverstein. That's Lexy, silver like the color, Stein. Remember to live a good life and look fucking good doing it, and demand better from the brands in your closet and everywhere else. See you next week.